greetings to you all and welcome. Today the lesson I am going to discuss is a poem named The Laburnum Top from Hornbill. Poet is Ted Hughes. The poet Ted Hughes was an English poet, playwright, translator and children's writer. He was considered one of the best poets of his generation and one of the 20th century's greatest writers. Unlike other chapters, dear students, for which I need 2 videos to complete discussion, this lesson I will complete in this video only. It is a very short poem, so I think I will be able to conclude entire chapter here in this video. About the poet I have already told you. So, what next? Yes, it is theme followed by reading, explanation, vocabulary, techniques, discussion of questions, and I will give you assignments as well. Let's begin with thematic content of the poem then. The poem denotes mutual existence, relationship and understanding between and amongst different species of flora and fauna. It symbolizes life. Our life is apparently and seemingly dull, drab, monotonous and incomplete. We can have or make our life meaningful and worthwhile with the help of others when they extend their helping hand. The poem denotes constant ongoing interaction which takes place in the nature. The poet symbolizes this by the laburnum tree and goldfinch bird. In September afternoon, the lone laburnum tree stands in dull and inanimate surroundings. Goldfinch comes, brings joy, happiness, cheer and mirth to the tree, and in the entire surroundings, interaction takes place and a connection is set up. The mirth and happiness it brings is infectious and encompassing. That's all about the thing. Now, let me move on to read the poem. The laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its needs fallen, till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt. She enters the thickness and a machine starts up of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. It stokes it full. Then flirts out to a branch end, showing her bird face identity mask. Then, with airy, delicate whistle, chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Now, let me go through the explanation part. The entire poem I am going to explain to you people. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. Means the laburnum tree is silent, quite still and motionless, stands alone in September afternoon. Golden rays of afternoon sunlight spread on it and creates a beautiful hue. Few leaves have turned yellow and all its seeds have fallen onto the ground. Now, next is, till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. Goldfinch comes and perches on the branch end. Silence breaks. The tree has a sudden spell of joyous surprise. This must be the mother bird. Her arrival creates a sudden noise that startles The silence spread all over. Next extract, all lines. Then sleek as a lizard. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. She is compared to lizard. Specifically, her movement is compared to that of the lizard. Like lizard, she moves smooth, alert and abrupt to the thickness from the branch end. Her chicks must be there in the nest. Mother goldfinch is extremely watchful. Her arrival makes the tree alive, starts up like machine. One another comparison is tree is compared to a machine. This refers to a machine starting up. The noise and movement of it produces when it starts up is compared to the noise and movement produced in the tree by the mother goldfinch on its arrival. Next one, of chitterings. Of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings, the whole tree trembles and thrills. What do these lines denote or indicate? To understand this extract, you have to know the meaning of the words. Chitterings, chopping noise, tremor, an involuntary quivering movement. Trillings, a fluttering or tremulous sound made by certain birds. These words show that there are more birds in the tree than only this mother goldfinch, because tremor of wings, trillings, chitterings, etc. and etc. The mother bird arrives here, must be to feed its chicks. The little one starts chirruping in excitement. They flap their wings. Life vibrates in the entire tree. Next extract or lines. It is the engine of her family. It stokes it full, then flirts out at the branch end, showing her bird face identity mask. Mother goldfinch is referred to here as engine. The idea denotes the fact that the chicks are fed by the mother bird and it bestows and imparts energy and life into them. Stokes means adds fuel. In this context, it refers to the fact of providing nutrition to the little ones by feeding them. Flirts out to a branch end. The goldfinch is cautious to protect her offspring, moves briskly to a branch end. Her face seems to have stripes which is indicated as identity mark and forms a mask on its face. Then last three lines. Then with airy delicate whistle, chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. The first line, then with airy delicate whistle, chirrup whisperings. This indicates the soft, delicate chirruping sounds like whispering. She launches away. The bird flies away, far away again. The laburnum subsides to empty. The tree once again is calm, still, silent, motionless. This was the explanation of entire poem. My dear students, let me get to vocabulary now. You know that meanings of 4 words I already have given you. These are chitterings, tremor, trillings and stokes. The rest of probable unknown words are twitching. From twitch, the word is twitch, means give a short, sudden, jerking movement. Startlement, sudden shock of surprise. Airy, it means here strange. Launches away, flies away. Subsides means something to become less intense, less violent or less severe. but in this context it means to be silent. So these were all the words what you might not know, but I am sure that you have come to know, and it would be easy to bring the subject matter to you. Otherwise also thematic content and everything I have told you people. Now let's move on the poetic devices. The figures of speech used here in this poem are alliteration, metaphor, simile, personification, transferred epithet. Alliteration. September sunlight in second line. September sunlight, SS. A suddenness, a startlement. One another example. A suddenness and a startlement, SS once again. Now last one. Tree trembles and thrills, T, repeatedly used in these three words. How beautiful, that means sounds it creates. Well students, you know that the definition of all these devices I have already given and discussed, in video number 4. I request you please check that video. Metaphor. Next poetic device is metaphor. The good example of metaphor here is, it is the engine of her family. Metaphor is indirect comparison based on similarity. So as engine makes the machine work, goldfinch also nourishes her family. So it is aptly compared to the engine. The goldfinch is aptly compared to engine. One another example is, a machine starts off of chittering, this line. Next figures of speech is simile, and the example for simile here is sleek as a lizard. Next one is personification. The whole tree trembles and thrills. Here the tree is personified and it trembles, it has thrills as well. Now last one, last figure of speech is transferred epithet. Once again I tell you that I have discussed this one also in detail in video number 4. Please follow and check that video. As for example, transferred epithet here, face, identity, mask. Students, the flowers of Lebanon tree are bird, but here it refers to the face of the bird. It might also have kind of stripes over there, but bird is the word placed here before bird is the word placed before the bird over goldfinch over here. Okay, now that's all about figures of speech, poetic devices. Let me take rhyming scheme. Let's check whether there are rhyming schemes or not. That means exact rhyming scheme. You check first line ends with quite still, second line sunlight, third line fallen, and the subsequent lines chirrup, end, abrupt, start up, thrillings. No, absolutely not. There is no set rhyme scheme in this poem. Well, now discussion. Let us discuss a few questions here. And obviously I'll usually I'll give value points only. Let us take this question. To what is the bird's movement compared? What is the basis of this comparison? This question will carry 2 marks. And to what is the bird's movement compared? Lizard. Lizard's movement is compared here, to the bird's movement. What is the basis of comparison? Basis of comparison is similarity. Both are smooth, alert and abrupt. Now, let me take this question also. Well, what quality of life is highlighted here in this poem? Mutual understanding, mutual existence, imparting life and energy, providing nourishment, etc. In respect of mutual existence, we can say that this is indicated by the fact that tree provides shelter to the goldfinch and its offspring, and the bird gives life to the tree. Give and take policy, in this world. Now dear students, assignment time. Your assignment today is preparing summary. So prepare summary of the poem The Laburnum Top. We have come to the end of this video. Allow me take leave. Stay safe, stay secure. Bye.